Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Lynsee. Welcome to my world. First things first, if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you are already a subscriber, have my notifications turned on. That way you never miss a video from your girl. We are in pretty deep with the cut series, so I would like to bring it to an end. This is going to be the last episode of the cut series, so I wanted to take some time to talk about how it went and my results from it. I also will be announcing the next series at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned till the end. And I did take into thought the fact that, I did a poll on my community tab and asked what you guys want to be included into the next series. A lot of you wanted food, so I'm gonna make sure to put a lot of food in the next series. But for now, let's get into this video and I'll share with you how my results have been. The first thing I want to show you is my before and after photo. This is me before and then me after. How my body has changed throughout this whole series, and it's actually been the best results that I think I've ever gotten from a cut or a leaning out phase, if you will. So when I started this, I really wanted to focus more on changing my body composition rather than looking at the numbers and worrying about the scale. I was weighing myself in the beginning just to see how my weight was dropping, but after a little while I stopped weighing myself. I did take an in-body test in my gym, so with that it shows you like your lean muscle mass, how much body fat you have on your body, how much water is in your body, and it's just a really accurate test to share the results with you. So I took my body fat percentage from about 27% to 16%, which I'm very satisfied with. I'm not competing or anything, but I really just wanted to see how I could lean out my body and reshape it. So those are my results. As for what I did, if you're just jumping in, I combined carb cycling with intermittent fasting, and these two together worked really well for me because, number one, I like to eat, okay? I'm not gonna be one of those people who is like, oh, I just eat to live. I don't live to eat. Please. I like to eat and I like good food and I have a big appetite, but intermittent fasting allowed me to eat bigger meals, still consume the same amount of food that I would normally, but it's in a given time period. So the way intermittent fasting works is you fast for a certain amount of time and then you have a certain amount of hours to consume your meals. Some people fast for like 20 hours and then they eat for 4 hours. Some people do 16 hours and 8. That is the one that I did. So I would fast for 16 hours and then my meals would be consumed within 8 hours. I found that what works for me is to start eating my meals around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Now, for some, this sounds a little crazy, but it works for me because I'm like a night eater and I stay up really late at night. So that's what worked for me. If you decide to try intermittent fasting, what some people do is they will start at noon and then their last meal will be at 8, but I can't do that. So that is the first thing that I did. I also combined this with carb cycling, and I want to note here that on my high carb days, I was not intermittent fasting. I would eat my first meal in the morning. Just to break down carb cycling, the way that works is you are cycling your carbs throughout the week. So you'll have like some low carb days, some high carb days. You can also do some low carb days, some moderate carb days, and then high carb days. When I first started out, I was doing about 6 low carb days and 1 high carb day, and it was like draining to me. So I started to do 5 low carb days, 2 high carb days. Then I switched it up even more. This is what I liked about carb cycling, was that you didn't really have to keep it one strict diet the whole time. You didn't have to stick to a certain regimen the entire time. You could switch it up if you wanted to. So then I started to do like 2 low carb days, 2 moderate carb days, 2 high carb days, or I would have 3 moderate carb days and 1 high carb day and 2 low carb days. I was just playing around with it, and I would go by how my body was feeling at that time. That's another important thing I think you should pay attention to, is your body and how it's reacting to everything. Your body will tell you exactly what it needs in its own way. So I reached a point in this carb cycling program where I noticed my workouts were lacking. I was losing energy and I was really hungry. So what I did was I implemented a cheat day, and this worked for me. So I was able to eat what I wanted for a given day, and then it kind of like restarted my body. I was feeling good. I had more energy, and I kind of explained this in another video, but when you are in a deficit for so long, your body kind of gets used to that and your leptin levels drop. So I wanted to boost them back up. I ate a lot of carbs and like moderate amount of fat for that day, and it really helped me out. So this is how I did it. I'm going to show you how I set up my cycle and like an example of a week cycle for me. So I have everything written out here. First, you need to calculate your BMR and your TDEE. Your BMR is your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, and your TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure. Now, I do have a guide that I put together, and it includes how to calculate your BMR, how to calculate your total daily energy expenditure, how to calculate your caloric intake. I also have a healthy grocery list in there. These are just some foods that I like to keep on hand, what I kind of just gravitate to whenever I'm at the grocery store. So if you want that, I will leave a link for that below, and you can print it out, you can keep it on your phone, and then when you go to the grocery store, you can just kind of like go from there. Your BMR is essentially how many calories your body will burn within 24 hours of you doing absolutely nothing. So how many calories your body's gonna burn if you were to just lay there for 24 hours. I also calculated my total daily energy expenditure, and this is how many calories your body needs in order to operate. So, to calculate your total daily energy expenditure, you need to take a look at your activity level. So if you download the guide, everything's explained in there. It's very simple and straight to the point. So my BMR is 1,262 calories. So that's how many calories my body burns when I'm doing nothing. And then I need 2,019 calories in order for my body to operate. I want to share how I set up a carb cycle. This is just an example. Obviously they are not going to be the exact same. Like I said, I switched it up from time to time, and yeah, it was always different. So if you decide to put together a carb cycle, it's going to be yours specifically. It has to be customized to your weight, your age, your activity level. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, so don't think that yours will be exactly the same. For my cycle, I took the weekly calories and I broke it up into 7 days. And then for my proteins, I like to do about 1.2 times each pound of body weight. So 133 times 1.2 gave me 160. So I did 160 on my low carb, moderate carb days. Here I did drop it a bit because my carbs were at 80, and then on my high carb days I dropped it once again because my carbs were very high. And then on my low carb day I have 65 grams. These are moderate carb days, low carb, high carb, moderate, high carb. I broke it up this way because I like to have a lot of carbs on my high carb days, and then I keep my fats fairly low, between 40 to 60 grams. It really just depends. Like some weeks I dropped my fats to 30 grams, 40 grams. You kind of just play around with the numbers, but on your high carb days, keep the carbs high, the fats low, and on your lower carb days, you can increase the fats a bit. So that's what I did for a typical cycle. That's pretty much it for this cut series. I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe took something from it. This is just something that I found really works for me and works for my body. I am probably the leanest that I've ever been at this point. So I will leave a link below for that guide that I was telling you guys about, and I will also leave a link for my app. It has workouts, recipe ideas, and a lot of other fun stuff, so make sure you check that out. And if you stayed until the end of this video, then thank you for listening to me. Alright, but the next series is going to be called On the Move with Lynsee, and it's just going to be a series where I kind of like take you around with me through Miami. We check out different things, and well, not just Miami, but taking you around. We'll be trying different foods, we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff, and I have a lot coming up for you. So thank you for being with me along this journey. I hope I could help some of you guys out along the way. That's it for this series, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Sign up for my 30 Days to Your Summer Body Challenge. This includes a 7-day free trial of the Body by Lynsee app, full weekly workouts, healthy recipes, and my free ultimate healthy eating and lifestyle plan. You will also have a chance to win a 14-day custom training and meal plan with me. All you have to do is sign up at bodybylynsee.com and download the app today.